Alright, here's the video review for Combiner Wars COMPUTRON box set. We're going to go individually here. First off, it comes with a big brown envelope that includes a big poster of the COMPUTRON artwork. That's pretty cool. And also in there is the instruction sheet. Go back in. I'll go ahead and slide that back in there. And his big instruction sheet of scattershot, afterbreaker, strafe, light steed, nose cone, scrounge, and cybax or cybaz, since we apparently were all insistent on ignoring how X's work in the English language. But yeah, so here's Scourge and his little partner. A repaint of the Cosmos mold. Turn him into a robot, stand him up, flip that little piece up. Hey, look, you did it. Good job. You get a cookie. And then Scrounge. Did I say Scourge? I did say Scourge. Scrounge, sorry. I'll go ahead and pull his head up. Split these pieces right here. Bring them down. Bring the whole assembly down. Like that. Rotate it around there at the torso. Then bring these panels up. Bring his arms down. Like that. And then fold this little panel down on his back. And there he is in robot mode. And because they were such good friends in the comic, the old G1 comic, here he is with Blaster. Oh, did we smush you in there? Just to show them off together. They were friends. And of course, this guy turns into a, flip his little, this down, slide this back. He turns into a little pistol that Scrounge can use. Ta-da! And there's the first little minifigure from the set. Let's move on to Strafe here, who is a remold of, I think, the Air Raid mold. One of the leg jet molds. He's got bigger wings. He's got these little side wings here. You can fold these little fins down if you want them flat, but, you know, not sure when you would do that. But that new nose cone here and all that stuff. Turn him into a robot. Fold these back. Flip these back. Pull the arms out. Transform the legs up. Plug those in. Plug those in. This whole backpack folds down. There's a couple tabs here. Tab into those slots. Rotate his head around. And ta-da, he's a robot. I'll bring his arms up. There. Same posability. Ball joint head. Ball joint shoulders. Swivel. Hinge. No wrist swivel. Waist swivel. Knee. You're done. He comes with no individual weapon. On the old toy, these pieces could come off to form little pistols for him. They do not here. It's all one molded piece. So there's Strafe. Nose cone. He's a tank. He's a drill tank. He is the same mold as the CicadaCon or one of the guys from the BotCon box set with the weird backwards tank, drill tank shape. The Unite Warriors version is actually a Rook remold with a big giant drill. This is what we get for the American version. Turn into a robot, lift this up, pop this off. He's a repaint of the Brawl mold as well. Lift this whole thing up. Bring the legs out. Bring those down. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because these are all molds I've covered before. And we don't need to waste time on them. Bring the arms out. Bring this whole assembly down and under. Rotate this around. It seems to hold a little better than Brawl did. It's still weird. Bring the arms down. Bring the turret onto his back. Just like that. Flip his head up. Turn it around. Fold the fist down. Give him the drill gun, nose cone. Same articulation as before. Ball joint or hinges, swivels here at the shoulders. Does have a waist swivel, weird waist. Ball joint head, ball joint elbow, ball joint knee, thigh swivel, hinge knee. Because of his transformation, he actually gets an ankle tilt. Hooray. There's nose cone. Light steed instead of light speed. Pop his gun off. He's got silver wheels. No paint up here except for the light bar. So he's got solid white windows. Fold this down. Unpeg the legs here. Flip them down and around. Bring them all the way up. Like that. Close them back up. Open them up. You can fold this up or down however you wish. Bring the arms out. This whole front. Bring the arms out. Fold this the windscreen down if you can get to it. Come on. There we go. Pop that up. Fold the windscreen down. Push this down onto his back. Bring his arms up. Flip his fists out. Rotate his waist around. Stand him up properly. Give him his rifle. And there's Light Steed. Dun, da, da, da. Afterbreaker, because Afterburner was taken. He's a motorcycle. He's a remold. Again, we got the remolded Afterburner, Afterbreaker piece, however you want to call him, from the Takara version. And we also got new hands and feet for this guy, which we'll show off shortly. New combiner hands and feet, but we didn't get the new molding on the COMPUTRON head or nose cone, which is weird to me. I don't know how they choose what they get to share and what they don't. And on the minus side, the Unite Warriors version got a whole new Rook, does not get the new hands and feet. They got the standard Combiner Wars things. I think the Japanese one looks better with the new hands and feet, but I don't know that I want to buy two of them. So yeah, here's Afterbreaker. He is a motorcycle. He rolls. Got a little kickstand in his arm that you can fold up if you want. That's all there is to it. He's a slight remold of the groove. Mostly just this cockpit piece right here. So we'll go ahead and take his pistols off. Open up his legs. Extend them down. Make sure those bits stay straight. Close them back up. Split them. Come on. Oh, you can also go ahead and fold the wheels out. Split the legs. Rotate them around to the waist. Pull the arms out like this. Rotate them down to the side. Fold in that kickstand. Like that. Unpeg this from the back here. Bring this down, rotate this whole assembly. You can rotate the wheel around if you want. Flip his head up. Plug this all back in. The cockpit kind of stands there on the back of his head. I'm going to look to see if maybe there's a different position for that, but any way you stick it, this thing looks a little odd. Give him his pistols. He's got a new head sculpt. That's nice. I like it. I like his green eyes. But yeah, repaint of Groove. Remold of Groove. Standard articulation, ball head, ball shoulders, swivel, hinge, no wrist swivel, waist swivel, ball joint, swivel, hinge. That one didn't lock in properly. Dun, 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 dun. We'll fix that. I'll fix your wagon. Ah, this one didn't lock in properly either. Again, easily fixed. But yeah, there is Afterbreaker, as they've decided to make us call him. Let's see, what does he look like? Nope, that's how it's supposed to be. Actually, the way I have it folded down is slightly less ridiculous than the straight up and down they want you to have it in the instructions. So there you go. Scattershot. He is a repaint of Silverbolt and a slight remold. He's been repainting a Betatron, which was the, hey, we're not really going to do COMPUTRON scattershot they gave us before they said, hey, we're doing COMPUTRON. He's a flying box with a tube on the front. He's got the same dealy boppery gun. Can become a shield, become a long rifle. Transforms exactly the same as Silverbolt. Fold that to one side. Flip this whole thing down. Bring his arms out. Fold the wings back. Move the legs down and around. Feet down. Heels out. Fold in these little panels after you folded the flip the feet out. There you go. Fold those in. Bring his arms down to face forward. Pull this whole assembly out. Flip up his head. Turn it around. Finish flipping out his head. Flip it back. He's got his cool David Caruso shades on. We'll get up there and show his face. Swivel head, swivel, ratchet, ratchet, swivel, hinge, no wrist swivel, ratchet, ratchet, swivel, hinge, double hinge, so you can actually get a little bit more room out of his legs, even though he has to kind of bend them to the side because of all the stuff on his back, and a little bit of hinge in the ankle, but no side to side. Give him his rifle, and again, you can split this up. You can give him the smaller rifle and put this on his arm as a shield-ish thing. But there he is. And here they all are together in robot mode. Don't forget this dude. They're your Technobots. We're going to form COMPUTRON, but you know what? I'm going to do that off camera because it's been a long day. And they all transform exactly the way you would expect them to. So let's get them all combined, and then we'll show them off. And as promised, here he is all combined. And all things considered, he's not a bad COMPUTRON. Had this been really all that was on offer, I think I'd say, okay, cool, that's a decent COMPUTRON. I think my big, and for the most part, like I said, I like the Rook remold with the giant drill better for nose cone, but that's not horrible. Afterburner's cool. Strafe looks good. My only real complaint is that Superion head. We've got the remold on, the Japanese set has that remolded head, and I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get it here in the combined set here in America, only because we did get some remolding. Plus, they have already given us the single-packed Betatron version of COMPUTRON or scattershot with that repainted Superion head, and I would have liked to have that new COMPUTRON head from the Japanese set. If it had that, I'd be perfectly fine with this American counterpart. And as it is, it's not a horrible-looking COMPUTRON. But I do wish we'd gotten that new head. One difference here that I haven't shown yet is you can take this little guy, plug him onto the front of Scourge, and it can attach right up here on his shoulder for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what the canon issue for, where that came from, but hey, there it is. I love the new hands and feet. My only other issue here is the way Strafe transforms with these giant wings. You have to have the giant wings on the back of his arm. Really, they look really ridiculous sticking straight out the front. But because of that, you lose the extra elbow articulation that these joints here at the knee would bring, because you have to have his knee pads in the front and his legs don't bend that way. So, but all in all, like I said, it's really not a bad-looking COMPUTRON. It really isn't. It's just when I know that the Japanese version has that resculpted combiner head, I'm a little sad. The new hands and feet are great. I like a lot of it. I like the inclusion of Scourge over there. I just really would have liked to have gotten that new mold head. But yeah, there he is. Transformers, Combiner Wars, COMPUTRON box set.